Let me just share my screen with you guys. Perfect. All right. Can everyone see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not usually trusted to be the presenter, so wish me luck and tell me how it goes. Okay, so the purpose of this workshop obviously is all about selling your vision part one. And so this is going to be all about 3D floor plans and the mood boards. So your two hosts today is going to be myself and Joe. So I'm a senior CSM at Houzz. I've been here for I think 7 years now. And it's been so much fun and really interesting and really exciting as we like transitioned into a software company and helping designers and builders not only grow their business, but also manage their business. So I'm going to be covering the mood board section. And Joe, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey everybody. Yeah, my name's Joe. I'm also a senior CSM here at Houzz. I've been at Houzz for about 5 years. So yeah, me and Steph over the years, we've helped many pros like yourself adopt to the Houzz Pro software. And yeah, that's what we're here to do today, to show you a couple of our favorite features. And yeah, help you to hopefully start using those features. Yeah. And it's also great to see some familiar faces here as well. That's Fantastic. Brilliant. Yes. So getting into the agenda for today's session. So yeah, as Steph mentioned, this is Selling Your Vision Part 1. So part 1 of a two-part series. So we're really going to be looking at the visual tools during these two sessions. So yeah, today's session, we're going to break it down into 4 sections. So Steph's going to do a bit of an intro to visual tools and why they are so important for pros and, pros like yourself. And then we're going to look at the Houzz Pro mood boards. Steph is going to take you through a lovely demo showing you those mood boards and how to use them. And then I'll come in and show you the Houzz Pro 3D floor planner and also, yeah, how you can use that. And then we're going to wrap up with key takeaways and next steps. But yeah, as always, with these sessions, we love them to be super interactive. Feel empowered to come off mute. If you have a question, I'm sure that other people in the group have like a similar question. So you're helping the group by asking. With Houzz Pro, no question is a silly question. It's it's software, it's technology. If you don't know the answer, you're not going to know. So please ask us. We're here to help. If you have any like questions as well, you can pop them in the chat as well. So feel free to write your messages in the chat, and me and Steph will be like monitoring them like throughout the session. So yeah, fantastic. Well, let's get into it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, like Joe said, I'm going to ask a couple questions to the group, so feel free to just speak up or type this in the chat. But yeah, I'm curious to know why you guys think visual tools are important in means of selling your vision to the client. Like, why do you think that that's important to do?
Shall I answer? I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone
of
might,
course. Please.
well, I find that clients often they can't imagine, they can't visualize. It comes as second nature as a designer to be able to visualize something. And the physical, whatever you're going to present them, plan, drawing is the stepping stone. You can't just describe it to them. I find often, they have to see it, and it's the thing that makes them trust you to go ahead.
Yeah. And what are you guys currently using? Like, what type of like visual tools? Like, are you using mood boards? Are you using presentations? Are you using are you using Pinterest? What does that look like, or what are some examples?
A mixture of all of it. Initially, I would say Pinterest, and just mood images, and then kind of gets filtered down to a mood board, and then sometimes a sketch or something. And then it's the physical fabrics and finishes.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. I think one thing that we're really trying to work on, which I think Houzz does really well, is being able to like pull all of those different things and different areas all together into one space, obviously to like make it much more organized for you guys, and to keep it more efficient and save you time. Um, Perfect. Okay, so yeah, what I find, and also just this comes from speaking with designers. So homeowners typically have the hardest time visualizing what their project is going to look like, which is why they're hiring you. And I think that having visual aids like this, such as mood boards, such as 3D floor plans, this really adds a lot of value and helps the homeowner, see what the end is going to look like. And that's what, I mean, that's what they're paying you for. And I think when you have these tools, that's going to help you close a lot more projects and also build a better relationship with your client, and have a successful project ongoing. Cool. Okay. So on to the next one.
Perfect. Yeah. So just to show you guys a pro that has been leveraging our software, especially like some of the visual tools. So this is Studio Jung. Jung says that House Pro has been a great way to take my business to the next level. Beyond the obvious benefits of the visibility, source products are now easy to manage. Mood boards and 3D floor planning is super easy to generate, and accounting aspects of my business are well organized. So yeah, just an example of a pro that has been using those visual tools, especially the 3D floor planner and the mood boards. She's really enjoyed using them. And yeah, we're going to go on to showing you guys how to use them, yourselves.
Cool. Thanks, Joe. Okay. So the first one that I'm going to cover is going to be the mood boards. This is actually one of my favorite tools that we have on Houzz Pro. I hope that some of you have had a chance to look at it already, but if not, we're going to start from scratch today, and I'm going to give you a full demonstration. So again, please ask loads of questions. So basically, this is an example of what the Houzz Pro mood boards allow you to do. So it allows you to pull in products that you've saved into your Houzz Pro library. It allows you to put in like paint swatches. You can pull in inspiration shots. And then with these, you can send them directly to the client. You can use them within other areas of Houzz. But again, yeah, it's just a really good way of bringing a collaboration of the client's ideas as well as your ideas, and then putting them into perspective on what that project is going to look like. Fab. Okay, so, oops, sorry. I'm now going to show you my demo. Give me one sec. Perfect. And again, please ask questions as we go. I'm just going to let one more person in. Cool. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
All good? Okay, so this is the project section of Houzz. I'm just going to show you where you can find the mood boards and how you can start one. So I've got a project right here, which is going to be the one that I'm working on. And so from here on the left-hand side is all of my design tools. So I'm going to go ahead and start my mood board from there because I'm working within that project. So I'm going to click on mood boards. And then I can either create a template, we can show that to you separately. And so you can actually set it up so you have, if you know that like you're constantly using like your logo and you want to have the same starting point every time, you can create a template to build off of that, or you can just build one from scratch. So I'm just going to build one from scratch here. So again, I'm building this within my living room project. So I'm going to call this one living room design. And you can make mood boards, like if you've got a project and you've got multiple rooms that you're working on, of course, you can make multiple mood boards per room. You can make them so it's like option 1, option 2, option 3, again, however you want to set it up. Okay, so on the right-hand side, these are all the different items that you can bring in to the mood board and that you can add. So in a library, and I'll show you quickly how to do this as well. So these are all the photos, all of the products that I currently have saved to my Houzz Pro library. So all of these are what I've sourced, I've added, and then I can add them to my mood board. I'm quickly going to show you just how to clip those and what that looks like. So for those of you who don't know, we have a product that's called the Houzz Pro Clipper, and this tool is like similar to the Pinterest button, where basically you can go onto any website that you're looking for, where you're looking for products, and then you can save all of that information to your Houzz Pro library. So say I really love this lamp. So what I do is I click on this. So this is the extension that I've downloaded, and it's going to pull whatever information I want over here. So if I want to save multiple images, I go to the next image. I then click on the H, say I want this one as well. I click on the H again, say I want another angle. I click on the H again. So now I've got 5 different images here. And then if I want to save the title, I add the title. If I want to add the price, I add the price. All of the information that you're saving in here, this is all like only for you. You're still going to pick and choose what you want to share with the client. We can speak about that. We're actually showing that in another webinar that we're doing. But this is basically like the information that you'll want to have. And then, so once I've got everything in there, I then click Save to Houzz Pro. And then now that item is going to appear in my library. So I've got that there. So that just quickly shows you how you fill the library. So then what I can do is I can start pulling some of these items in. So I'm going to pull this one in. Add this over here. I'm going to pull this chair in. Perfect. Okay, so one thing I'm going to show you, which is another one of my favorite things about the mood boards, is as you can see, the background here looks a little bit strange. So if you click on Edit Background, you either have the option to restore the entire background so you can see the whole thing, or if you click on where it says Manual, click on AI Powered, it's completely going to remove everything in the back. And so this is going to save you so much time. I know that in Photoshop, this takes forever. So you've completely removed everything from the background of that photo. So again, let me just add one more thing out of here. Let me add this lamp in. I'm going to do the same thing. Edit the background, and I'm going to take this out. Cool. So I've got these in here so far. Okay, and then my next options that I've got, so just going down the side here, under source, these are all just products that Houzz has in their library. So if you're searching for like a leather sofa, anything like that is going to show up. And like these are products that we have. So it's not necessarily like something that you can source yourself for the client, but it's like, again, just here for inspiration. So there's loads and loads of options in here that you can use. The other main ones that people use is under images. So if this was the case where maybe the client has sent you like an inspiration shot that they love, or say you have a Pinterest board shared together, you can add that image in. So for example, if I just go to Pinterest, I'm just going to grab a random item. Okay, so let's say I love this photo. What I can do here is I can just save this as a screenshot. And then when I go back into my mood board, I click on Add New. And then this is going to come up. And then this image I can add right in. There's also the ability to like move things to the back and move things to the front. So if you want to move this backwards, you can hide it behind there or bring it to the front, bring it to the front. And then next, there is also paint colors. So right now we just have Dulux and Benjamin Moore colors. So if you want to add in any paint swatches, you can. Because these are the only 2 that we have right now, I would suggest what a lot of designers will do is if there's like other paint colors that they love, if there's wallpaper that they love, anything like that, you can either add that to your library, which is a really good idea if it's something that you're using over and over again. And then you would just add it in like as an image, or you of course also can like take a screenshot of it and add it in that way. So we see that happening quite a bit as well. So that's what that looks like. And then if you have any 3D floor plans, which Joe's going to go over, you can also add those to the mood board in here as well. And one thing I didn't show, which most people have like when they set up a template, is your logo is automatically going to show up here if you've added it into your account. So you can just pull that over. Again, see the background looks a little bit strange. Click on edit background. In this case, I just want to restore it. And then I want to have this in the top here. So this is a very, very vague, but that's what this is going to look like. Anyone have any questions about that? Joe, do you want to read through them if there are any?
Great, thanks, Steph. Yeah, we've got a few questions in the chat.
Yeah.
I have answered a couple like manually on the chat, but let's just check everything. So yeah, Nicola has asked, like, she uses Canva to create her conceptual design presentations, and she creates her mood boards through Canva. She's asking, can you create presentations on Houzz Pro as well?
In means of a presentation at this point, no. But when we go through our selections, there is a way where you can actually add that presentation, which I think is the next webinar. You can add that presentation to it, so you can actually show all of these together. But as of right now, this is just specifically the mood board.
Cool, thank you. And Ina, I think that's how I pronounce. Sorry if I've made a bit of a hash of but Ina or Ina, she I think has a little bit of difficulty with the background on items. I think if yeah, Ina, if you feel like you want to come off mute and ask,
Yeah.
but if not, no problem. Okay, no problem.
No?
Yeah, it looks like items that don't have a background already. I think she's had a bit of difficulty kind of removing the background, but I think the new AI feature, which you showed Steph, could help.
Yeah, that one usually does a really good job of it. I actually did it with a chandelier the other day, and I wasn't expecting it to work. And it worked super, super well. So
the item,
I think
like chandeliers.
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect.
So just quickly to explain, so what happens is say I've got my logo and it's got a transparent background already, so it's exported from Photoshop without a background. So when it seems to be the way when you import something without a background, it automatically adds a white background to it. And even if you go to the AI tool to remove the background, a bit more intricate, like with the letters, it doesn't seem to
So with
remove it very well.
mine, because that happened with mine as well. This might be the same, I'm not sure. So my logo is just right here, right? And then see when I add it looks a little bit weird. And so in this case, what I did is I clicked edit background, and instead of doing the AI, I just clicked restore, and that brought it back. So maybe try doing that and see if it works. But if not, then ask one of us.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, at the end of the day, I usually, if that doesn't work, I just export it and add them through Canva or Photoshop. But I just thought if there was a reason why that happens. But no, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. And any other questions?
I think that was all of in the chat. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Okay, I will leave it at that then. So if anyone has any more questions about the mood boards that you like think about later on, then of course we've got a question period at the very end. But I'm going to pass it over to Joe, and you can go ahead and talk to us about the 3D floor plan.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Steph. Let me just share my screen. Oh. Okay, brilliant. Yes, so moving on to the 3D floor planner. So yeah, to introduce you to the Houzz Pro 3D floor planner. I know that some of you have tried it out and you've used it, you've done room scans, which is fantastic. But just giving a quick intro for people that haven't used it yet. Basically, the key benefits of the Houzz Pro 3D floor planner is it's super quick, it's very user-friendly. You don't really need like a too much of like a crash course on how to learn it, how to use it. It's very intuitive. And I feel like one of the main benefits is it has the technology to do room scans with your phone. So you can download the Houzz Pro app, you can do the room scan, and that literally does the bulk of the work for you. That will pick up furniture, your walls, the height of the walls, all of those things, and basically that will basically transfer it to your Houzz desktop account, which then you can kind of work on the 3D floor planner. So yeah, the room scanner is a big one that just saves you so much time, and it's super easy to use. I'm just going to show you like a little video on how to do that that room scan. So I think it's really good for you guys to see that. So hopefully you can see my screen okay. We've got a little YouTube video here. I'm just going to hit play here. Hopefully you can see that all good.
Up and down to capture every angle.
Okay, so this is our colleague Sean, and he's just showing you how to. Oh, I've got someone added into the waiting room. I'm just going to let Valerie in. This is how you can do the room scan.
Watch while accurate lightning-fast floor plans realize before your eyes, and tagged objects automatically convert into furniture pieces.
So yeah, that was basically a quick example of how that works. Basically, the room scan. So it basically picks up all items in the room, your walls and everything, and then that will transfer to your Houzz Pro demo account. Okay, so talking of the demo account, let me start our the 3D floor plan demo. So once you've done your room scan, so let's say I've done my room scan, and now I'm in my Houzz Pro demo account. To find that room scan, where you would go, so hopefully you're all familiar with this page. There's your Houzz Pro portal. You'd go up here, you go search, and then you go all 3D floor plans. Okay, and then you'd have your most recent room scan in the top left-hand side here. So just to call out that you don't actually have to start a 3D floor plan with the app doing like a room scan. Okay, you can upload a 2D plan if you have drawings and go from there, or you can literally start from scratch. Like you can just click create from scratch, and that will give you like a blank room which you can start to tweak and build out and edit manually. But yeah, the 3D floor, the room scanner is the best way to start because it's so quick, it's so easy, and saves you so much time. It's been a bit of a game changer since we've had that technology kind of inputted to the Houzz.
Yeah, I think if everyone like has a chance after this, like try it at home and try it in the room that you're in. So yeah, you can use it if you have the app on your iPad or if you have the app on your phone. Just try it and see what it looks like and get the hang of like getting all the lines in because it's super easy to use and it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. So to show you a room scan I did, so this is actually like my living room and kind of kitchen area at home. So I did a room scan, and yeah, once you've done your room scan, this is how it will show on your desktop. So once you've done your room scan on the app, you have to log into Houzz Pro on your desktop to then edit the floor plan, add furnishings, tweak things, and go from there. So here is my floor plan. So you have three views. Okay, so you have the floor plan view, which is like the 2D view. This view is really good for kind of moving items around because it's a bit more intricate. So I'll show you that in a moment. But then we have the doll's house view, which is more of like the 3D element. And then we have the walkthrough view, which is a little bit like Google Maps, when you're kind of walking around there and you kind of have a good look inside the room. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the doll's house view. I wanted to call out a couple of features in the top left-hand side here. So this is your toolbar. These are all the tools that you'll be using. So usually, the select tool, you'll be using that. So the select tool is great if you ever need to, let's say, change the flooring. So you can kind of see that blue line around the floor and you'll click on the floor. And then we have lots of different flooring options for you. We have wood flooring, we have tiles, we have carpet. So there should be something that is representational of what you need there. Very similar to the walls. So you would select a wall. We've actually partnered with Dulux. So we have a great range of Dulux trade colors. So again, hopefully you can find something that's representational, even if you're, not using Dulux. Hopefully there's something representational that you can use for your colors of your walls. Also, these two tools here are really handy. So we have the hand tool, which is called pan. So this is great for maneuvering around the floor plan. So it really enables you to kind of move. So if I want to get up into the kitchen, I can get up there. If I want to kind of go back down to the lounge, you can kind of move backwards. The rotate tool is really good if you want to get a bit lower. So yeah, this is actually, yeah, probably a better way to show you the pan tool. So say if I want to get into the kitchen, you can use the pan tool and you can get right up there and see the kitchen. So that's those two tools. We also have, yeah, so adding items. So we have a couple of different ways you can add items to your 3D floor planner. So we have the generic product section on the top right here. So this is very much, you know, it does what it says on the tin. We have a lot of generic products, as you can see here. And if you need anything, you can just type in the search bar. So let's say if I need a plant, here are, you know, floor plants and everything. So you can just add one in. And yeah, you can change the size of these. If you're adding in like a unit or a bit of furniture, you can change the size of these. You can change the color, you can change the finish. So generic products, although they're generic, they're pretty customizable, and hopefully you'll, again, find something representational on what you need. We also have the Houzz source section for getting items. And these items are actual real life items, and they are, yeah, organized by this catalog here. So you have 5 different options. I'll just show you what it looks like to add one in. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this lamp. So if you ever need to delete an item, you just click on it and then hit the delete button. And yeah, let's go to the doll's house view. And then I'm going to add that, re-add that lamp in so you can kind of see how that's going to look. Let me just maneuver. Cool. So I'll go filter by category. I'd say this home decor section is really good for like your soft furnishing. So rugs, you know, lamps, mirrors. These little items can just make it feel, yeah, a lot more realistic. So let's go to lamps. Let's refine that lamp. Okay, I believe it was that one. So I'm just going to add it in. So as you can see, it's like moved over here. So I can just grab it. I can put it here. But what I'd say is when you're in this view, it's quite tricky to kind of get it exactly where you want it. So for adding small items, I highly recommend going to this floor plan view. And then you just get a much more easier way of really nailing exactly where you want that item. So I can just make sure it's all lined up and just drop it in there. And I can just check with the doll's house view. Cool, that is where I want it. Great. So that is adding an item in from the Houzz source library. Another little trick that's very useful is, let's say you need more of one item. So let's say I want a few more of these cushions. So what I'd do, I'm in the select tool here. I'll select the cushion, and instead of me having to go back into the Houzz library and find that cushion, you can just hit duplicate a couple of times. And then what you can do is you can drag that cushion, and all items, we give you this 360 degree kind of rotating tool that enables you to, you know, find the perfect angle to make it look nice and homely. So let me just check. Cool, that's looking good. Nice and cozy on that sofa. Cool. So something that's a fairly new feature also. I'll just Lucian, is comments on the 3D floor planner. So now you can actually write comments to your clients or other team members for the 3D floor planner. So what you do to click on this button here where it says comments, and let's say, yeah, you want to leave a comment on, you know, this table, for example. I can actually, yeah, I'm just gonna have to move the zoom out of the way there. Lovely. So you can chat with your client here, so you can tag them in and just be like, hey, this table is actually going to be a slight darker shade, for example, and you can comment that way. It's quite nice because it really brings in the client to your project. It gets them involved. It's interactive, and it's a very professional and sleek way of communicating. Instead of lots of emails going back and forth, you have that kind of interactiveness with your client. So that is commenting on items. I can see the chat I have a few questions. I've just got a couple more features, and then we can look at the questions in the chat. we've also got a new section of the 3D floor planner whereby you can actually do multiple floors now. So this is, yeah, a really cool feature. So this is my ground floor. Okay, here. I'm just going to come out of the comment.
362918.
Sorry, Alexandra.
Oh.
Don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. So you can do multiple floors now. So here's my ground floor. And so if you want to add an extra floor, you can just click on floors here. You can add floor. Okay. And then it gives you options of how much stuff you want to, copy to that new floor. So if for me, like, yeah, if you want to kind of add in the top floor, so I'm just going to say like top floor. And what I'll do, yeah, I'll take these items because it's a similar structure, similar layout upstairs. And then what it will do, it will give you the blank kind of canvas to move forward and kind of, yeah, create your upstairs as well. So it's already done all the measurements for you. You just literally click new floor, and then you've got that nice new top floor, which I can start to edit and add my items to. Another way you can use this, which I have seen pros use this section, is I'm just going to remove this top floor for now. So I've seen some pros use this flooring section as almost like giving the homeowner option 1 and option 2, so a couple of options for the same floor. So what you can do is, so for this, for example, this is the ground floor. Okay, this is option 1. And then if I want to present a second option, what I can do is add floor. But then what I can do is take the furniture as well. I don't have any outdoor space on this one, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I can add. Okay. And then what I can do is go and rename this ground floor option 2, for example. Add floor. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So we've got ground floor option 2, and then I can tweak this, maybe, change the layout, change the furniture, and then the client will have option 1, option 2, and then they can tell you which option they prefer. So that is quite a nice way to use the different flooring. I think that's a really nice feature. And that's, yeah, just another example on how you can use that. Finally, I'm just going to show you 2 more features of the Houzz Pro floor planner, and then we can get into the questions. We have a super new tool, which is photoreal renders. Okay, so we're super excited by this tool. So to do photoreal renders from your 3D floor planner, if you go to the right-hand side and you see this cameras button, okay, you click on camera, and then I've actually set up a few camera angles around the property which I want to capture and generate a render. So you can set up as many cameras as you want. You can tweak the camera height, the field of view, the angle. And then I'll just move my zoom out the way, sorry. And then there's a little generate photorealistic image at the bottom. Once you click that, that will then generate the photorealistic image. It takes about, in my experience, it takes about 4 or 5 minutes to generate. I'd recommend having minimal tabs open and things like that to give your browser enough power to generate the image quite quickly. And once they're generated, they will go to your project. So this project for me is called Houzz Open Plan Living. So these are the files. So they'll go to your files, and these are the photorealistic renders of that 3D floor plan that I showed you.
Alexa, turn down.
So yeah, this is the photoreal renders. I've got a couple more actually in this folder. So once you generate them, they literally save in the folder. This is a nice one. And yeah, like that. So yeah, the photoreal renders are super nice. It's a new feature. We're really excited by it because generating renders in literally minutes is a bit of a game changer. So we're very excited about that. And just tying it into Steph's mood boards, you can actually use those photoreal renders in a mood board. So this is how the 2 features we've spoken about today tie together. So this is a mood board, but I've added the photoreal renders to that mood board and also the 3D floor planner. So you can do that on the right-hand side. When you're in your mood board, you see 3D floor planner here, and you can add these bits. So again, yeah, it's a nice way that you can present those photoreal renders to your client. Finally, the last thing I'm going to touch on is just by how you share the 3D floor planner with your client. So you can share it by, you can either print it PDF, or you can share the link. The link is really nice because I'll show you what the homeowner will see. The link is really nice. You have 3 different views. You have the floor plan view, like I showed you earlier. You have the floor plan view. So this is how the homeowner will open the link. So the floor plan view, they have the doll's house view. And again, they have the 2 tools where they can pan and rotate, which is really nice. So they can see everything. They can even go in the room and have a little look about for themselves. So yeah, that's how you would share them. But yeah, that was everything I wanted to cover. I know there's a lot of questions in the chat. So I guess we better start having a look at those.
Yeah, let me just back up. I've tried again. I think I've answered most of them. There's a couple
Oh,
of
thank
them
you.
that I haven't. Okay.
I know I went through that quite quickly.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of people, so I want to try and touch on almost everything. So I appreciate it's a lot of info, but this session is
No, it was great.
as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna read all of them out just so everyone gets a chance to see. So first question was, do you have to add all of your room current floor colors and tile patterns, or does the scanner pick up on it? So right now the room scanner will just grab all of the outlines of all of the furniture on all of like the structures. Purpose of that obviously is because like they want you to then change it to the colors that you want to show the client or the flooring that you want to show the client, and build everything out from there. Also with the scan too, like if there's something in the room that you don't want, so say it's picking up on like 4 chairs that you're going to get rid of, you can just easily delete them. They're not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but actually, like with the room scanner, like if you want to scan the room, and it picks up all of the the furniture. If you don't want that furniture in there, there's just literally a button that says remove furniture, so you can have the blank room, no furniture. So you can choose if you want the furniture in or not. Yeah.
Yeah. And even that goes for like walls and windows and things like that as well, because lots of times people want to change the windows or they want to change the doors, and so you can just take it out completely and change it. Okay. So if you've sourced item finishes that do not match the Houzz options, can you download these items, or can you only use what's in the Houzz catalog? So for the 3D floor plan as of right now, you can just use what's in the Houzz catalog. I think I answered this with another question, but we have so many new products and finishes that we're adding like every single week. And if there isn't anything in there, put in a request for it. I do find though that for the most part in like the source section, like for like sofas, for example, you can usually find something that's pretty similar to what you're looking for. So yeah, that's where we're at with that one. Can you want to add in a staircase? Yes, you can. Oh, another really great question. So can you put the 2 options side by side? So the answer is yes. So this is where Joe was showing how you could do like there's 2 ways of going about this. You could either like save 2 separate ones, and then you would actually, if anyone comes to the selections webinar, which I would recommend, it shows you how to basically like send all these visuals to the client. And so when you send them like a selections board, you could have like room plan option 1, room plan option 2, room plan option 3, and it will have like all 3 3D options. So that would be one. And then Joe, I suppose they could do this by just looking on the different views, right? Like where you made more than one floor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So with the floor options, you can have ground floor option 1, ground floor option 2, and once you set that in a link to your client, they will be able to see those 2 options. So that's quite nice because you're only sending them one link, but then they get the two options instead of like 2 separate kind of floor plans. They get both of the options in the same link. So that's quite a nice way of sharing two 2 options, right? Or 3 options, right? If you want to show more. I think you can do
Yeah.
about 6 floors, I think. I think that's the capacity, about 6 floors. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Nicole's question, if you want to create a more realistic 3D model through SketchUp, can you upload the Houzz 3D model to SketchUp or Cahoom? So no, at this time we don't have an integration. So unfortunately you can't migrate one to the other as of right now. And then we had a question about adding flooring finishes through the library and flooring tiles. Joe, do you still have your
Yeah.
demo open? Do you
Yeah.
want to show where the tiles are?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, my Zoom's in the way again. Cool. So
Just maybe switch. Yeah, perfect.
I hope you can see that all good. So you can either go in your floor plan view, you can click on the floor, okay, and then that will give you the flooring options. So I've got this one highlighted at the moment, peanut oak. So if I click on that, then it will give me the wood options with the tile options. There's quite a big library. It will keep loading up. Like when you keep scrolling down, it will keep kind of loading more options, and you've got some carpet options as well. And yeah, this library is always developing. We're always adding extra features, items. You can add, I didn't mention, but you can add wallpapers and textures to your walls as well. So it's quite an expansive library. But if there's not something that, if there's something that's really not there you really need, do let us know, create a case, and we can send it to our engineers to get added in for you.
Yeah, perfect. And then another question is, can you add partition walls? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So this would be doing this by just adding a new wall line, which is super easy to do.
Yeah.
Um,
On the generic products, yeah, partition walls, yeah.
yeah. Okay, next question. How do you change the measurements to metric? Mine is all in inches. Joe, do you want to show how they do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that question from Siobhan. Yeah, so Siobhan, if you go to your settings here and that little cog here, and then if you click unit of measurement, and you've got feet or meters, and yeah, you've got a few different options here as well. But yeah, to go from imperial, you've got these options here. Yeah, just under that answers the question. All good.
Okay. Can you favorite some of the finishes? I don't believe that you can right now, but that's a really good product request.
Yeah, this is something that I think would be great, because if you're using this often, then we want to make it easy for you to navigate and get to those, easily, instead of having to scroll through. So that's definitely something that we can forward to the engineers for sure. We'll definitely make a ticket for that. And yeah.
Yeah. And then question for Paul, can you do outside areas? Yes, you can. So you can easily add like a garden where you can change the flooring there if you want it to be like a deck, or if you want it to be grass. There's also a ton of like outdoor furniture, or you can put pools in. So there's tons that go with that.
So Paul, yeah, little tree here, Paul, draw outdoor surface. Yeah, that's where the outdoor surface items are. Draw, yeah, just that.
Joe, do you want to do that really quickly?
Yeah, sure. So you have
We've got time.
yeah, so let's say I want to draw the outdoor surface. Just double click and finish. Okay, and then yeah, you've got paving, we've got ground cover, so we just want to go grass. Yeah, we've got decking, pavement, and then we have quite a lot of like garden and like outdoor items as well. Like garden products here, we've got chairs, barbecues, we've got a really nice pool. We've got an oval pool, but we've also got a kidney-shaped pool. I mean, that's yeah.
Again, too, like if there's anything that isn't there that you're interested in, just put it in as a product request.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to do a couple more just in the interest of time. Can you add in AutoCAD plan to start? Can we do that?
Don't think we can.
I don't believe
I like 2D drawings.
that was from Lisa.
Okay, yeah.
No?
Does the
We'll get
question mean, I think the question means, can you bring a drawing from outside of Houzz into this? And I don't think you can.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like you can upload like a 2D floor plan, and then you can build your 3D floor plan on top of that. But
Yeah.
if it's 3D drawing, yeah, you won't be able to kind of bring that in and work on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rosemary, how or where do you get the Houzz room scanner? So this is on the Houzz Pro app. And so as long as you've got the latest one, make sure it's Houzz Pro. It's the black one. And then you should see, as soon as you open it up, make sure you're logged in as yourself, and then you'll be able to see the 3D room scan. And then Sam's question, how would you get the measurements of garden spaces? Basically, you would just draw it out under the floor plan view. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah, I don't think our room scanner has the capability to do gardens yet. So it'd be like manually. You'd have to know the
Yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. Yeah. No, you can't scan the garden measurements. You would have to manually put that in, but you've got the measurements from the rest of the house. So yeah. Cool. And then last question, can you add wall paneling? As of right now, I don't believe you can. Joe, have you seen the wall paneling in there?
No, yeah. So wall paneling is something we have requested. We do have like splashbacks and wallpaper, but wall paneling, yeah, I don't think we have yet. So these are some of our splashbacks that we have. Well, this like if you want to do like a tile finish to your room, you can add a splashback, and then we have lots of different tile finishes. We also have wallpaper finishes. So you kind of like if you have any open brick or anything like that, if you have any of those nice wallpapers, we have all of those for your walls. But wall paneling is something we have raised, so hopefully that will come very soon.
Can you build wall paneling from walls? You know, like blocks and.
So I don't think you can at the moment, Victoria. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of the walls, and you can change the wall kind of depth and kind of width and everything when you click on the wall. But yeah, you can't kind of build something out of that wall.
Yeah, because it's more like the traditional wall paneling I'm talking about. Yeah, that would be great to have that feature.
Yeah, definitely. Like hopefully we can get it added into the wall finish section here. So tiles, wallpaper, hopefully paneling section. And then you can add your paneling and change the color as you need. Yeah. But stay tuned. Hopefully that will come very soon.
Perfect. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that for now. Just because well, we've only got 10 minutes left. I want to make sure we go through our takeaways. So thank you so much, Joe.
Okay. We do stop. I was going to say, Joe, do you have a copy of the photorealistic rendering to hand?
Yeah.
Share, because Nicola she's asked that twice in the chat, so I thought we might as well show her if you have one.
Yeah, absolutely. Did Nicola, do you want to see the renders?
Yeah, so you did demo how like the angles and how you would set it up.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I did show the renders, but I can show it again. Let me just here we go. So any renders that you take, they will go into your files and photos section in your project. Okay. So they'll be stored here. So when you click the button that says generate photorealistic image, it takes about 4 or 5 minutes, and then you'll get a little pop-up in the bottom left-hand corner. So you have your render is ready, and then you can open the render. So Nicola, these are the renders. Sometimes they just take a little bit to load up. There's the kitchen. I quite like, the living room. This is quite a nice one. And then this one. Yeah, so you can change the camera height and everything. It's really customizable. And
great.
You can pop those into a mood board. So just as an example, tying in with Steph's mood board, you can then, add those renders to a mood board, for example, and present them to your client. Cool. I hope that
Cool.
helps.
Amazing.
Great. Alrighty. Well, was that all of the questions? All good?
I think so. If we've missed any, we can bring them back up at the end, but I think we've got them all.
Great.
Yeah, I think we're good, guys.
Cool. All right. Let me.
Cool. Do you want to take over the share, Steph?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thanks
So
so much,
just
guys. Yeah, so lots of interaction and questions there. Thanks so much.
no, that was great. Yeah, so just to wrap things up, so your takeaways and next steps, it would be really great to get some feedback. So yeah, if anyone wants to type this into the chat or just speak up. So can anyone see how your business could benefit from using the 3D floor plan and mood boards?
Can
I'm
you
hoping
guys
for some
get-
yeses.
I think the
Guys.
mood boards are really good, especially. The floor plans and the visualizing tool, I think it needs to have a little bit more ability to customize things. From what I can see, just straight away, a little bit like someone's question about the wall paneling, to be able to just kind of build things up from blocks, for example, to create something, and then you could color it with paint or whatever. It would be really useful to be able to do something a little bit more like unique to each customer.
Yeah. No, we're constantly working on like developing this. I would really recommend coming to the next section on selections, because I think one thing that Houzz does really well is like when you're able to share a mood board, share the 3D room scan, and then share individual items and have those all together and being able to send that as a whole to the client. It's like really good. It's not like the 3D room scan as of right now isn't like as in depth and in detail as some other softwares that specialize in that, but it certainly is a way to allow you to quickly like scan the room so the homeowner even knows like where everything is going to go, and even just seeing like, oh, okay, well, we're thinking of changing the flooring to this color of wood against these color walls, and like this is where we're going to move things around. So I think all of those just like add to the visualization.
That photo realistic render from it is really great, quite simply.
And the 3D floor plan is developing at quite a quick pace at Houzz. Like if I look back a year ago, how much it's developed in the last year, like it's only going to keep evolving. So all this feedback is fantastic. So yeah, it's only going to get better and more realistic and more realistic. So hopefully we can keep building on that. Valerie, I see you raise a hand. Do you have a question? Or maybe it was
Maybe not. Perfect. And any other like key takeaways from anyone that that was really valuable?
Yes, sorry, I couldn't unmute somehow. No, it was just another bit of feedback. I take on board the interior design comment. I second that. Maybe it's great that it's developing more, because more items and more choice is definitely going to be useful. However, I do a lot of house remodel, and it's been absolutely priceless for me, the floor plan from the beginning, moving walls and being able to show how the impact of that, and importing architects measuring surveys to have the exact on the floor plan, to have the exact measuring, and then also showing to structural engineers that the type of remodel that the clients are looking for at that level. It's been absolutely priceless, and I couldn't do without it. So thanks.
Amazing to hear, Valerie. I know you use it a lot and you've really enjoyed using it, and it's been really accurate for you and really helped your business. So great to hear that, Valerie, and yeah, fantastic.
Excellent. And then like that being said as well, like with like you keep mentioning, if there's like any requests you have, anything that you're finding difficult, we build and develop this based on feedback. And so use your support tab, put any of your comments in there. All of that gets looked at yeah, that's how we've improved this since we started. So please feel free, like even as you're going along and find something a little bit difficult, give us the feedback because it's really, really helpful. And then, yeah, with regards to these sessions, if you've enjoyed this one, and please give us feedback on how we can improve these. I think we have a survey. Joe, you're going to put it in the chat if we haven't yet.
Yeah, just popped it in the chat, guys. Yeah, really appreciate your feedback. It's really helpful for us to know how to run these sessions, what you want from these sessions. And yeah, because these sessions are for you and we want them to make them as effective as possible for you. So yeah, I'll just pop the link in the chat there. So if everyone's able to open that and give us feedback, that'd be fantastic.
Perfect. And then, yes, so our next session is going to be June the 27th. So this is going to be Selling Your Vision Part 2. So this is going to be looking at the Clipper, the selections, and the tracker. So the Clipper is what I gave a demonstration of in the mood boards earlier. So we'll go through that in more depth. The selections tool is how you can actually present all of these visions to the client in one place, as well as the tracker. And then we're also hosting another in-person academy in Q4. We don't have the date for that quite yet, which is in the London office. So we'll be sending out information on that as well.
Yeah, it'd be great to see you guys in person in Q4. Okay, and Michael, don't worry if you miss a start of the meeting. We have recorded this session. Yeah. So that will go up on the home page where you can watch back this session. Yeah, if you missed anything.
Cool. Great. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, everybody. We really appreciate it and appreciate all the feedback. And then, yes, please join us again for the next one. It would be great to have you.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you. Have a
Thank
lovely
you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.